Yo, what up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you my NBA morning shoot around for Tuesday, March 5th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all my NBA, NFL, and MLB videos. And if you haven't came and checked out our website here at dfscheatsheet.com, you're absolutely missing out. We got all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily Fanduel and Draftkings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. Day in and day out. Come check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So, hey, what up, Jeremy? How you doing out there, bro?
Yo, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Another day. A good night tonight for the cash lines. Definitely been rolling. With that, and you really want to quickly touch on what we got going on the site right now?
Yeah. So first and foremost, MLB 50. If you haven't figured that out yet or don't know what it means, drop the promo code in the box at checkout for our MLB pre-order special. Get our cash game lineups for both sites for the MLB season. As a cherry on top, we will give you the rest of NBA absolutely free. That membership gives you complete access to the site, including the optimizer and all of the content we produce on a daily basis, including game previews, starting lineups, our deep dive article, our value street plays, our crush spot article, all the DVP plays, our core plays for both cash games and GPPs, and the daily cash game lineups. All of that content will roll forward into MLB, and we've got a couple of other things we're working on as well for MLB. So drop the code in MLB50, take advantage of the pre-order special. If you break that down, you're getting VIP access. Basically, that's a $59.99 membership. You're getting $150 for a 7-month season. So if you break that down, you're saving yourself over $300 by doing the pre-order now. That will end on April 1st. So take advantage of it now.
Yeah, for sure, man. So we got a lot of stuff going on right now. So I'm ready just to jump in, talk to NBA, and we can get up out of here. Like I said, good night tonight, man, for sure. I've been on the road making some money. Man, so you ready to go?
Yeah, let's get it.
Cool, let's go. Real quick before we do, if you guys don't mind, please take that quick second, click the like button down below. Helps me out. Really, really appreciate that from you guys. And the first game that we're going to roll with is going to be the Orlando Magic going into Philadelphia to face the 76ers. This game, we don't have an over-under or a Vegas line yet, waiting on some injury news, etc. So go ahead and get us started with the Magic side of things.
Yeah, the injury news we're waiting on, obviously, is with Jimmy Butler. He's a game-time decision at this moment. So, that's the big news. We know Embiid is out. We know Boban is out. So having said that, look, Vucevic is going to be a good play here, in my opinion. 6-game slate. It's really ugly from a DVP standpoint in a lot of spots, but Vucevic at 10-5 is a good spot without a center there in Philadelphia. I think this is a spot where Vucevic can dominate. I think his usage number will be really high in this game as well. He's already playing 32.2 minutes per game over his last 5, and 23.2 and 11 is what he's averaged in the last 5. So I think he's a good play from a DVP standpoint. You could look at Aaron Gordon and Jonathan Isaac. Evan Fournier at 5.5. I guess he's a little bit in play, but more of a tournament play. And then don't count Terrence Ross out. I love to load guys up the second that they dud and bust. It wasn't a chalk spot for him yesterday, Sunday that is, but it was a spot where he put up 6 fantasy points, and that's not what Terrence Ross has been doing this season. The guy's been on fire, almost up to a $6,000 price tag, back down to $5,000. I like him a lot in tournaments.
Yeah, man, on the 76er side of things, just like you said it, Jimmy Butler, that's the big news we're waiting on. If Jimmy Butler is out, then everybody gets an uptick. Then you really got to look at Tobias Harris, a Simmons, and a Redick. All 3 of those guys, they're fair priced, and they're all going to get an increased workload without no Jimmy Butler. With Joel Embiid already out, you mentioned it. Boban is out as well. They're shallow right now, so we're really waiting on the injury news. Like I said, if he's out, you give those guys an uptick. If he's in, you can definitely still look at these guys. Tobias Harris has been playing well. Simmons, the price tag on him, I think he's strictly probably a GPP play for me. But it is an up-tempo game against the Magic. Redick, he's been playing well. The only other guy that I will look at, if Jimmy Butler's ruled out, the guy that I'm going to really be looking at is TJ McConnell. I definitely think he'll get some extra run at the guard spot. And we know this guy has triple-double upside. He did that last year. So he would be the guy that I probably would be targeting with Jimmy Butler out. But that's really where I'm at with the 76ers.
I'm going to do you one better, bro. If I think TJ McConnell was a great tournament play. In fact, I've been playing him ever since Boban went out and they didn't have a center, and he's done very well. If I think he's fine in tournaments already, and if Butler's out, he's a cash game, close to a cash game lock for me.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm glad that we both agree on him for sure. Moving on, next game we're going to go with is going to be the Chicago Bulls going into Indiana to face the Pacers. This game has a 219 over under, and Indiana is favored by 8 in this one.
We've seen this, right? We just saw this play out a few games back. I believe Miles Turner missed that game. If I'm correct, I'll have to go back and look. But Markkanen was the guy we rolled out. I think he had 49 fantasy points. I'm not as smooth as you. I don't pop the player card open because it takes a minute, and I don't have the talking skills to kind of do that. But let's just look. 36.8 is what he had. Look, Markkanen is 9-1. I can't go there. Robin Lopez is 5-5. I can't go there. Like I said, there's other guys that I think are going to be really good minimum value plays tomorrow. McConnell, one of them. Chris Dunn, I guess, at 5.8. He had a hot start the other day, and then he got in foul trouble. He still had a decent game. Robin Lopez, when he was sub-5, I liked him. Other than that, wait and see what happens with Otto Porter, because if Otto Porter's ruled out, I think a guy like Ryan Arcidiacono could get a little run. But still, is he going to be better than TJ McConnell? I don't think so. So, to me right now, the Bulls are looking like a fade. Caballero, he got 29 fantasy points in a spot start for Otto Porter a few games back. I guess you could look at him as well in tournaments. I don't think he's a cash game play as of right now, but that could change.
Yeah, for sure. On the Pacers side of things, we know this Sabonis is going to be out once again. The guy that I'm really looking at, Thaddeus Young, 7,000. Definitely think that he's in a really good spot right here. He's been playing well. He's been playing well all season. Now, he's getting a little bit of an uptick in minutes right now with Sabonis out. Last game, 36 minutes, and he's a guy that fills up the stat sheet. So I like Thaddeus Young. Miles Turner. The Pacers have already played them 3 times this year. Miles Turner, last game he had a bad game. I think he was in foul trouble, if I'm not wrong. But then the 2 games before that, he had a really good game. 47 fantasy points, and he had a 34 fantasy point game. So, on a 7,500 price tag, I think he's going to get you right there. Value what you need, 35. And he does have 50 fantasy point upside, even though they are playing Robin Lopez right now. We've been targeting bigs all year going against Chicago. I'm not going to stop. So I like Turner. I like Thaddeus Young, like I said, going against Markkanen. Darren Collison, I'm not really going to be looking at Darren Collison, 7.4. The only other guy that I was really kind of looking at, Tyreke Evans. I know he's been up and down. I understand. But he's absolutely bare minimum. And if he's going to get – he was out for a little bit. He came back, and I want to say he played like 15 minutes. 13 minutes, so they barely give him a couple minutes. If he's going to play in the low 20-minute mark, maybe they play a little smaller with Sabonis out, then I think he's a GPP play. Bare minimum, drop spot, throw him in a line or two and just see how it goes. But, I'm not on Wes Matthews. Bogdanovich, he's a decent play. He gives you 25-point floor. You want to look at him. Just doesn't have that much upside. And that's it for me, man.
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Darren Collison is going to be really high owned tomorrow. That's my take on that. Well, look, guys look at game logs and people look at DVP, and DVP from a point guard standpoint is very ugly. Westbrook and Collison are by far the best matchups. I think that Collison garners a lot of ownership for DVP reasons, game log, and then it's against the Bulls.
Yeah, no, I can understand. If it comes out that Jimmy Butler is ruled out, Simmons is going to be chalk, and then there goes that. So, yeah, we got some news, but I can see it though. He gives you a solid floor, but just with the price tag right there, I just don't know how much upside I really get out of that.
This next game too, you start looking at prices of point guards, and it's very difficult with where the good matchups are tomorrow to fit in. Like a Russell Westbrook with another $8,000 player. There's like Jeff Teague and there's Darren Collison.
Right. Moving on, next game we're going to go with is going to be the Houston Rockets going into Toronto to face the Raptors. This game has a 227 over-under, and Toronto is favored by 3.5 in this one.
I'll keep it really simple here. James Harden, Clint Capella, Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon has a great DVP matchup. Clint Capella, look, Marcus All may or may not start here. Clint Capella is a more athletic center. I think that I could see Ibaka starting in this spot. The matchup is kind of gone, or I guess the trend is kind of gone. Gasol's been starting against teams that have a real true big man. I know Capella is a big guy, but he's much more athletic than most centers are. So I'm going to go Harden, I'm going to go Capella, and I'm going to go Eric Gordon, and that's kind of going to be where I'm at with it.
Yeah, on the Raptors side of things, it's a tough matchup for sure for Capella and Gasol. I think that they're going to be down there begging. The starting lineup, it's a solid starting lineup. Kawhi Leonard, he's going to be back, right? He was out just because of rest.
Correct.
Right. Okay, for sure. Cause I got thrown off. I seen Jeremy Lin right here in our starting lineup. I'm like, hold on a second. But yeah, no. So this is gonna be a up and down, the floor, up tempo game. A lot of threes are gonna be shot both sides. I'm gonna start Marcus Hall, 6,600. He got inserted. He got inserted in the starting lineup, and the guy he's been playing well. 2 starts and he played 32, 37 minutes. Fills up the stat sheet. He's still underpriced for what he's doing right now. I think he's a really good play. Man, I know it's a tough matchup, but I really like the price. Siakam, he's a guy that he's been playing well all season. He gets his 34, 35 minutes. Throw him in a couple of GPPs. Same thing with Kyle Lowry, GPP play. He has some upside, but the price tag, it's where it should be. It's not, he's not underpriced, etc. Throw him in a couple of GPPs. Kawhi Leonard, 9,700. He's probably going to be my favorite play on the Raptors. He's been playing well. When he plays a bunch of minutes. And he's their best player on this team. I mean, there's no way around it. He should be, close to 11,000. He's 9,700. So I like Kawhi Leonard in this matchup. I think that he's a really, really good play. He's my favorite play on the Raptors. I just because I know people will probably bring it up. You could throw Jeremy Lin in a couple of GPPs, 3,900 drop spot. But that's really where I'm at with the Raptors.
Cool.
Next game we're going with, it is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder going into Minnesota to face the Timberwolves. This game, we don't have an over-under or Vegas going on yet. So get us started with the Thunder side of things.
So Paul George, game time decision here. He missed his 3rd straight game on Sunday. We'll see what happens with the news tomorrow. I'm sure we'll hear something after their shoot-around. If he's out, we just roll back to the same standard operating procedure here with Russell Westbrook, Dennis Schroeder. You could look at Markieff Morris if he starts in place of Paul George if Paul George sits. But that's kind of where it's at. You really have to let the news break and see what happens with Paul George before you can decide. If Paul George does play and he's healthy and there's nothing news-wise regarding his minutes being restricted, I love Paul George at 11-3 in this spot going against Minnesota. I also like Westbrook. He's had some solid games with Paul George against this Minnesota team. I don't look for a lot of defense to be played here. I think this is one of the better games on the slate, to be honest with you. But as of right now, let's wait and see what happens with the news.
Yeah, I mean, the Timberwolves, you look at the obvious guys. You got Karl-Anthony Towns, 11.5. I can't go with it, going against Steven Adams. It's a tough matchup. He's overpriced. GPP, I just want to mention what happened?
He's overpriced?
Towns going against Adams? I can't do that.
66, 66, 66, 55.
Yeah, I know. I just don't. I ain't not against Adams. If he was 10,000 against Adams, maybe, but I mean, it's just a matchup. I don't like it. A couple of GPPs. You feel comfortable with him going against Towns? 11.5, where you need 57 for value?
Yes, because Karl-Anthony Towns is on fire right now with his jump shot. And when he's hitting elbow jump shots I don't like the fact that the guy takes threes. And I wish the guy played down by the basket. I do, but it is what it is. And that's what his game is. And right now he's very high usage player, making a ton of shots and taking free throws. So yeah, this is like Jokic for me. Jokic, I told everybody that Jokic was going to pull Adams out from underneath the basket. And what did he do? They played high pick and roll. They're going to do the same thing right here. That's kind of what the blueprint is. Without Paul George on the floor, you play high pick and roll basketball. We know Paul George is the best defender. If he plays, it can change everything up. But if there's no Paul George tomorrow, I absolutely love Towns.
Yeah, I go back to what he's done against Adams past couple of years. past 4 games. I mean, he hasn't got over 36. No, I'm sorry. He got 37 fantasy points, 1 game last year. So, I mean, like I said, it's just a matchup thing for me. Throw him in a couple of GPPs. That's where I'm at with Towns. Sarek, I mean, 4.5, great price. I think that you can look at him, as a power forward number 2. Jeff Teague, 6,300. He's underpriced. Jeff Teague has those games where he blows up and he goes for 45 fantasy points. We see it from Jeff Teague all the time. He had a couple of games where his minutes were, 26, 28. We want to see him in the 30-minute mark. When he's healthy, they do play him in the 30-minute mark. Should be a competitive game. I really like Jeff Teague as well. Same thing with Wiggins. All these guys' prices are down right now, and they're the team. Towns, Teague, Wiggins, 6,400 on Wiggins, another guy, very good price. Probably. Do you think that Wiggins is a cash game player or more a GPP tomorrow?
I'm sorry, who?
Wiggins.
It depends on what happened. It absolutely hinges on Paul George.
Yeah, it's a fair price though. 6,400 is like very fair for him.
Very, very fair price for him. But I mean, if Paul George plays, and if Paul George plays, then we're gonna get regular Paul George. There's no reason. I mean, look, they're in a. We talked about it a few nights ago with the East. You got to get the 4th seed or better to give you the home series. They're both tied for third. They're tied for third with Portland, both playing tomorrow. If George plays, this is for all intents and purposes, a must-win situation with only 18 games left, right? So he's going to shut Wiggins. I mean, he'll be on Wiggins. I don't want that matchup. So
yeah, I get you. We got to wait on news. It's getting on that time of the year right now.
But if you tell me it's going to be like a Dennis Schroeder, Andrew Wiggins matchup, I'll take that all day.
Yeah, for sure. Just go back to the Timberwolves. Towns, strictly GPP. Sarek, power forward number 2. Jeff Teague, 6,300. I think he's in play. Wiggins, 6,400, a fair price tag. Outside of that, I'm not going to be looking at the bench guys. That right now, just like we always say with Miami, they always have a log jam. And right now, that's what's going on with the Timberwolves. They got everybody healthy right now. And so, I mean, minutes are getting buzzed off a little bit. It's the end of the year. I'm just really going to stick with those 4 guys. I mean, do you like anybody else on the Timberwolves?
I really like Jeff Teague, man. And if Paul George plays, I really like Saric a lot. I just think that Saric can – I think it's a situation where they can force the ball out of the hands of Towns and Wiggins. And if the game is going to stay close, they're going to require Jeff Teague and Dario Saric and Derrick Rose to play well. And those are all very fair price tags on all 3 of those guys. Rose, obviously a tournament play in this one. But would you agree this is a Derrick Rose type game right here?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be a big-time game for sure. I mean, off the bench, he has those games as well. He blows up. But they just got so many bodies right now. That's what's really going on for me with Minnesota. But, yeah, you ready to move on?
Yep.
Next game we're going with, it's going to be the Portland Trailblazers going into Memphis to face the Grizzlies. This game, we don't have an over-under or Vegas line yet. Waiting on some news on this one as well. So go ahead and get us started with the Blazers side of things.
I mean, I'm not sure how many people realize Portland's a 3 seed right now, and they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. This is one of the hottest teams in the NBA since the All-Star break. Damian Lillard's price at 9.4, I think, is very fair in this spot. Obviously, when the line comes out, look for there to be some blowout potential. Jaren Jackson out, Anderson out, Conley a game time decision, Rab a game time decision. So look for some blowout potential there. But having said that, you look at the regular cast of characters, right? We say the same thing. Nurkic was a $9,000 player. I don't mind him in tournaments. McCollum, I don't mind him in tournaments. We need him to score the basketball. His minutes are out of control. You look at 35.6 minutes and 21 points is what he's averaged over the last 5 games. And then I think you can also look to Enes Kanter in this spot, given the fact that there's 2 big guys, Valanciunas and Nurkic, going at each other. You can apply your rule to it. And when Enes Kanter comes in the game, it's going to be against Joakim Noah. And as hot as Joakim Noah has been, he's not really a matchup for Enes Kanter. We know that. I look for Enes Kanter to have a double-double off the bench in this one. I think he's a really solid tournament play, and that's kind of where I'm going to leave it there. Did play Rodney Hood the other day at 3.5 and did pay off for me. Rodney Hood is going to be a real intricate piece of this rotation moving forward. He's getting healthy. They went out and got him for a reason. This is a really good Trailblazer team, and I think that they'll have a really big win against Memphis tomorrow night, and there will be fantasy relevance from the Portland Trailblazers side.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that the Portland side of things is a side that you really look at. On the Grizzlies side of things, Valanciunas has been playing well, but he's the price tag is up there. You pretty much need 40 for value going against Nurkic, and when Nurkic is not in, it's going to be Cantor. It's a tough spot for Valanciunas. I'm not really going to be paying attention to him. Right, he had a really good game, but he started in a spot start for Conley. Conley is expected back. Conley 8,000. I mean, if they're gonna have, this game is gonna be competitive at all, it's pretty much gonna be because of him. So I think that he's in play in GPPs. Man, I mean, Noah, you talked about it. Noah 5.5, he is in play though. I mean, even though it is going to be against Cantor, I think that they'll both get there. So Noah, he just does a little bit of everything, and he's a really good passer as well. So, I mean, Noah's in play. Rab 3,600. It's all about if he's going to start or not. When he starts, he plays well. When he comes off the bench, he usually does bad. So, I mean, I don't know what to do with Memphis. They're kind of a mess right now. I mean, did I miss anybody that you like on Memphis?
No.
Yeah, like they're a mess, bro. It's a mess right now.
The only thing you missed was Noah's free throw style. That's the only thing you missed.
All right, man. Hey, the best game of the night gonna be the Boston Celtics going into Golden State to face the Warriors. This game, we are waiting on some news as well, so we don't have an over/under or a Vegas line yet either.
Thankfully, somebody sneezed in the gym and Will Barton missed a shot, and you were able to hold on and win that tournament with no late game exposure. This is not the night to pick to fade the late game. You will need exposure to this game in some form of fashion. The first guy I'm going to start with is Jason Tatum at 6.3. I love his price tag in this matchup. I just think he's got a skill set that can be very useful against the Warriors. Al Horford at 7.2. Talk about a guy who's a good passer as a center. This guy may be the best passer in the league since Pau Gasol at the center position. The guy gets assists. His assist numbers are down a little bit right now, but that's just because Boston struggled so much and they haven't made a lot of shots. I think Terry Rozier off the bench is in play in this spot. I think Jaylen Brown is in play off the bench in this spot, as well as Gordon Hayward. Very fair price tag on all three of those guys for this type of game where, there's a couple narratives. One, Boston's a mess and the Warriors could blow them out. If that happens, Rozier, Brown, and Hayward will get a little extra run. If the game stays close and there's 250 points scored in this game and it's a 125 game down the stretch in the fourth quarter, which could happen, those guys will be a part of that production as well. And you have to mention two other guys. You have to mention Kyrie Irving at 9.4. This is a spot where Kyrie Irving, he's got a lot of experience against this Lakers team, obviously with 2 finals appearances with the Cavs. And then Marcus Smart. Now, I mentioned that Derrick Rose is a Derrick Rose type game against Oklahoma City. This is a Marcus Smart type game. This is where the dog comes out and he D's people up. He gets steals. He get a couple block shots, and then he'll score some points as well. I love Smart. He's one of my favorite shooting guards on the slate tomorrow, and that's kind of where I'm at with the Celtics.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, on the Warriors side, bro, this is how I'm feeling. I don't think that Klay Thompson's going to play tomorrow. I think Klay's going to be out. I'm looking at the prices on all these guys. Everybody's –
what's he got? The clap?
No, he says like an MRI on his knee, I think, or something like that.
He's been out sick.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he's been out with an illness. That's what he's been out with.
Let me see. Because I was reading right here, look at questionable for Tuesday. Underwent an MRI on his right knee, which came back clean. More status regarding. So we got to see. So I mean, I think it's just if he's goes to shoot around or whatnot, but he's questionable.
Klay was messing around in San Francisco, bro, and now they're coming up trying to put it on the MRI on his knee.
Hey, so I mean, I'm just gonna take it right now as Klay's out. If Klay's in, obviously he's a GPP play. But if Klay is out, I mean, this is a day you can lock in all 4. DeMarcus, Draymond 6,500. That's a ridiculous price tag. You need 32 for value in a big time game. Lock him in. Curry 9,400, Durant 9,700. Bro, like that's how I feel. I feel you can lock in all 4 of those guys, build the rest of your lineup on this slate, and move on. I feel it's going to be a very competitive game. They haven't been playing well either. They're going to need all these guys to step up. So I mean, that's it, really. Looney.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, bro. I agree with you. If McKinney is ruled out, he's a game time decision, and Iguodala is ruled out, who they're just saying
Looney's already out too.
is banged up, and Looney's already ruled out. So if you get all those dudes ruled out, you just lock in those 4 guys and move on with your day.
And the thing is too is like it's not even trying to take the easy route, but look at the prices on them. Like they're all very good prices. Like that's the thing.
And if Boston keeps this game close, and it's a game, or if Boston gets up on them, they don't have a lot. I'll tell you a guy who's going to be sneaky tomorrow. All right, that's what I'll do. We won't take the complete way out. No, Sean Livingston.
Oh, Sean Livingston. Yeah, I like Livingston too.
Sean Livingston could get you 20 tomorrow at minimum price if all those guys are out.
Yeah, for sure. So we got to wait on some news, but yeah, no, for sure. Love the Warriors tomorrow. Definitely love the Warriors tomorrow for sure. So hey, that's about it, man. That's all that we got for you guys. 6 games are wrapped up. Hey, just like we said at the beginning of the video, if you want to join the money team, man, go get our MLB pre-order special. Use promo code MLB50. Hey, you get that. You get the rest of NBA absolutely free as well. Optimizer, cash lineups, tons of content every day. Join the money team. Stop missing out. Hey, if I don't talk to you guys before then, good luck on your guys' contest tomorrow, and peace out, guys.